Hello and welcome to another video from Natasha Lee. Now, so many of you have been asking for so long to see a video of my nail polish collection, so I finally got round to filming it for you, and I thought I'd give you some full details of all of the brands that I use and sneak in some stamping polishes and even a few crystals and a bit of glitter. I'll even let you in on the secrets of what are my must-have products. I know lots of people have lots of different methods of storing their polishes, but for me, because my office is so tiny, everything has to be wall mounted, and this was the quickest and easiest way I found to come up with a way to display them all and be able to get hold of them quickly. It also goes some way to help me to not end up double buying certain polishes, but I still do it on occasions. And that's where Snupps came in, and I want to thank Snupps because they've helped me to make this video for you today. And if this is the first time you're hearing about Snupps, well, basically, Snupps is an app that's a simple way to organise and socialise around the stuff that you own and cherish. It's accessible from your phone and your iPad and the web, and it makes organising the stuff that really matters to you really quick and easy. And you can find out wherever you are what you have. So for example, when I'm out buying nail polishes and I think, oh, I love that pink, have I already got anything like it? And you can't remember, you can check your Snupps app and it will tell you straight away. If you want to follow me on Snupps, there's a link in the description down below where you can download the app, and my username is @NatashaLee, which is nice and easy. That's where you can find my must-have polishes and products and all my absolute favourite things. And even if you want to purchase them, you can tap in the app, and then there's a link down below underneath for you to buy them. And now I'm going to show you my polishes, and if anyone wants to count them for me, that'd be great. Just let me know in the comments down below because I have no idea how many I have. So my shelves have a bit of a funny way of organising. I tend to go in colour order, and it goes from the top shelf on the right and then zigzags all the way down the shelves. And that's so I can find any colours that I want. So because these feel like they don't match with anything else, I have all of my neon colours together in case I want to particularly do any neon designs. And there's that Morgan Taylor Shock Therapy, which I love. You'll find that in my Snupps app. Then I go on to my whites, and I've got a few different types here. I've got my shimmery whites, I've got my iridescent whites, I've got some pearlescent whites. Then I go on to my blacks, and I've got my absolute favourite little black dress by Morgan Taylor there. Then I go into some sort of jelly polishes and then glittery blacks. And then on the second shelf down, I've sort of filmed this the wrong way round, but included on that shelf, I go from those greys and glittery blacks on the shelf above to my greys and my silvers, my golds, my bronzes, all the way through to some beautiful fawns. And starting with the fawns, you can see there's some beautiful nudes here. I love that one from All That Jazz. Which brings me on to saying, actually, you'll see I use lots of different brands, and that's because you notice because I have them in colour order. That's so that when I'm doing a design, I pick a colour based on its suitability for the video, not the brand. And I find that's a more impartial way of me doing my videos. I tend to buy most of my colours myself. However, a lot of brands do send me bits and pieces once they see me using their colours or their brands in my videos. And I'm always happy for that because you can never have enough nail stuff. My next shelf down is the nudes, going into the pinks and those sort of pink chromes and more fawns into my peaches. And some of my most personally worn colours are on here. When I'm not wearing nail art, I tend to be really boring and just stick a nude on. And one of my favourites is Morgan Taylor, and I think it's called Luxe Lady. You can see there's also a few indie polishes in here. I do like to try out different brands. I tend to have a lot of nudes because they're really good if you're doing any images of people or faces for different skin tones. Also, I think it might stem from the fact I have a bit of an infatuation with wedding nails and peachy colours because I've never been able to find one that actually suits me as a ginger. This next shelf is where I think the colours start getting a bit more interesting, and there are a lot of Essie colours in my collection, and the basic reason for that is my nearest wholesalers is Allen Howard's, and that is the main brand that they stock. So it's one that when I go in, whatever I'm going in for, I tend to go, ooh, I so need that colour, when I really don't, and I buy it anyway. But I love that All That Jazz one there, that purpley shimmery one. That's quite a new one I've got to my collection. That's really nice. This Orly looks like it's going to be beautiful, and it's a huge disappointment with its coverage, so I never end up using it in videos, but I can't part with it because it's pretty. And then you can see I've got quite a collection of pinks here, and yet the funny thing is, I never seem to have the right tone of pink for what I want to do in my videos. I keep buying pinks because whenever I go to use a pink in a video, I have this image in my head of the pink I need, and then I don't have it on my shelf. And then I'm unhappy. Oh, there's a lovely little holographic I Love nail polish on the end there. Did you notice that? This is the 5th shelf down, and this is probably my go-to shelf personally, because if ever I want to paint my nails for an occasion, I tend to pick a lilac because it just suits me so well. I love a lot of the colours on this shelf though, and I'm a huge fan of the dark purples, but my husband thinks they make me look a bit witchy when I wear them because of the long nails, and you know what, he has got a point, they do look a little bit witchy on me. And this section of the shelf makes me think of like spring times. I love that Colour Club HOLO, that's a really new one I've bought recently. And also I really love this All That Jazz vibrant purple right in the middle of the screen now. That's the one that I actually used in the fidget spinner video, but it didn't show up very well. And I love that fun lacquer that's just going off slightly out of focus in the side. I do have quite a few CND vinyl lacks. Unfortunately, they tend to go a little bit thick, so I don't tend to use them very often. And now we're coming to the teals and aquas, and these are the colours that I wish I had more confidence to wear myself when I'm not doing videos, because I love these colours so much, and I think they probably go really well with red hair. But I always judge a colour how I feel when I notice it on my nails when I'm brushing my teeth, and it's like if I'm looking in the mirror brushing my teeth and go, oh my god, what are you wearing on your nails, then that's a sure sign that I shouldn't wear it again, really. So a lot of greens at the beginning of this shelf are more for like if you're doing leaves on a floral design or things like that. But these sort of beautiful aquamarine shimmery colours now I love so much. And you will see coming into screen in just a moment, there it is. The Aruba Blue from Essie, and that is in my Snupps app on my must-have products. If you haven't seen my Luxe Blue Velvet video, you need to go and take a look because you will want to buy that polish after watching it. That Morgan Taylor light aqua colour is quite new and I really like that one. 7th shelf down, and second to last is a lot of sages and mint colours and duck egg blues. I love duck egg blue. I have so much duck egg blue on the walls in my house. A lot of these yellows are more for detailing and things like that, along with the oranges. I haven't ever used them as base colours, they're more for accents. But some of these greens here are just absolutely beautiful. I keep buying duck eggs. Every time I'm out and I see a duck egg, I buy it. I need to start putting them in my Snupps app, because then I will look and go, no, I already have, let's say, an OPI in that tone. I don't need to buy it in 6 other brands. Yellows are a hard one to find. I keep trying to get a few more yellows because, again, sometimes I have an image in my head of a particular yellow I want and I haven't got it on my shelf, which annoys me because I have a lot of polishes. I should have enough. On the end of the shelf here, the Vinylux in Tropics was actually the most popular colour in the summer in my salon. And this is the last shelf in my main colours, and this includes all the sort of plums, the glittery reds, the reds. It's sort of like my Christmas and classic shelf, this one. If there's a classic red you need, it is on this shelf. I have a lot of red, and that's because, well, red is super popular. So quite a few of them I have been sent, but quite a few I brought home from my salon, and I keep buying them. I can't help it. Coming up here, these two Morgan Taylors I absolutely love. You will see them getting used a lot in videos, an awful lot. And those two glittery All That Jazz are absolute must-haves for Christmas time. There are so many pretty colours here though. I do love a red, and I do tend to wear it quite a bit actually. If I'm not wearing a nude colour on my nails, then I'm tending to wear quite a classic red with a blue tone to it, as that tends to suit my colouring best. And on the wall to the right of my main polish shelves, I've actually got my stamping polishes, and I've been building up my collection for a little while now because, again, it's one of those where I get an image of a design I want to do in my head and I come to do it and I don't have the right colours. So I've been trying to expand. If there's any you can see I'm definitely missing, please let me know down below. I'm always open to having suggestions. I have also got my Model's Own chrome over here. So although they are regular polishes, they're great for stamping with, and this little collection of the vintage CND effects, they don't really fit in with the normal colours, and so I've put them over there by themselves. I've got these little striper brushes, but I don't tend to use them. And this shelf is my top coats, my base coats, my sort of go-to. I've got a whole different selection of mattes and all sorts of things like that, but I like to keep them on their own on this shelf. So that was my nail polish collection. Let me know if you've got any colours the same, and don't forget to come and follow me on Snupps at Natasha Lee. There's a link down below in the description of where you can download it, and it's totally free. It's a great way for you to be able to share your most favourite things with your friends and with other people. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. And if you want to know how I created my nail polish shelves for a separate video, then please let me know. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week.